Good afternoon. It is Sunday, August 17th, 2025, and I didn't have to think about it this time. What a good day today. It is absolutely gorgeous out. I'm pretty sure I said off the first episode that I live right outside of Seattle, Washington. Always temperate here, so it's never really too hot or too cold, minus a couple weeks of each during the year. And so today, just middle of August, low 70s, sunny, little breeze off the water. Phenomenal. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Also was fortunate enough to have a nice productive day today, which the more I talk about it, the more I think about it, the more I'm able to do those things and feel better about myself at the end of the night. Much like food, um, if I'm not keeping track of food or thinking about food or preparing food, I have no thought about it, and then I just wait until the hunger comes. Yeah, that's when things get ugly. That's why I'm 300 pounds. Tried every diet that exists that I am aware of. If there's other ones, I'll try them. Tried weight loss medications. I'm on weight loss medication now. And even with all that, just don't, there's no success whatsoever without having it as a mindful choice every day. And even as a mindful choice, there'll be days that aren't ideal, but when you plan it and think about your reason for it, verbalize your reason why you're doing it, and what you want to do, what you want to accomplish, and you either write down or really visualize what reasonable poisonous food, all the sugar stuff, what a reasonable amount of that is for the day. If you do that in the beginning of the day, maybe again in the middle of the day, it's really hard to completely go off the rails. It really is. When I completely go off the rails on that, or laziness, or anything else, it's when I just let myself be completely distracted, let myself not think about it, not feel it, not experience it at all, and just let it happen. Which is part of what this whole vlog is about. How long is a year? It very, very, very much depends what you're going through, where you are, and how much focus you're giving to it, how much attention you're giving to it, how much intention you're giving to it. And there's been years in my life that just flew by. Well, most of them, because I work so much, work, sleep, and that's been most of my life. But there's been other years where I intentionally, on my one day off a week, or my 1/2 day off a week, made myself leave the house, do something I hadn't done before, or go somewhere I hadn't been before. And I did that at one point when I'd moved to Portland. Did that for almost a full year. That year was it's not like it crawled by, but I experienced it a lot more. I remember so much more of that year than a few of the previous years where, just let life happen. Whatever happened that day, that week, that month happened. If I tried new things, great. If I didn't, I'll just stay in my routine. I'm fine. And those years just flew by, and I don't have a great memory of them. I'll see pictures of things like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. But with my year in Portland, I remember so much of that so vividly, and I had so many successes and a few failures, and more than a few failures, but so many successes and so many things that I'm proud of and happy about during a very hard time in my life because I paid so much attention to it and gave it so much of my energy. And that's kind of what I'm hoping to do with this 1 year in my life, for whatever reason. Maybe I should do it for every day for the rest of my life, but right now, for this year of my life, I'm going to give it attention. I'm going to think about what it is I want this year. Do I want to accomplish anything? Do I want to do new things? Do I want to become something different? Is weight the biggest thing that I really need to focus on every day? Yes. But what else is there that I can give my attention to and give my energy to that'll make this a year that I remember as fondly as I do the year in Portland? Even as hard as that year was, I remember that year very fondly because of all the work I did towards healthy, good things. And work-wise, I killed myself. I always did. But with the other intention that I was talking about, my one day off doing this, and I had a lot of other things that I made sure that I did too, there was never an overdoing where then I'd have a bad rebound. Kind of like diets. If you have a diet that's way too extreme, you are going to rebound the other direction. It's been scientifically proved many, many times, and it's just part of the human condition. And so I'm trying not to do that here. I didn't do it there. But I do want to be better. I do want to be more attentive. I do when this year is up, when I'm about to turn 51. I want to look back on my 50th year on this planet and say, wow, that was a good year. Not everything was perfect. I'm sure I'll have plenty of failures. But on that year, I did a lot of things to improve myself, to improve my relationships, to improve my surroundings. That's really what I want in this life. Yeah, that sounds so much to ask. And yet it is. So many days, so many weeks, so many years just fly by without giving it that attention. So, step number one, I do this vlog. There's a lot of other things I want to do. I would like to start meditating every day again. It is literally 10 minutes of sitting there doing nothing. It's hard to do nothing without distraction. Not let your mind wander to other places and just focus on your breathing for 10 minutes. It's really difficult, but it is just sitting there for 10 minutes. There's no reason on even my hardest days why I can't do that. And I feel better when I do that, especially when I do it regularly. And yet I don't do it barely ever. So that's the type of thing that I want to keep adding to my routine every day. I want to get away from my distractions much more. They'll still be there. There'll be days where they're heavy, but most days, almost all days, I want them to be light. Today was light. Today was a great day. Today I started out going to the steam room. I love a steam room and a sauna and a cold plunge. It's a place I go to about once a week now that I do it, and it makes me feel so good. It slows down my mind. It's a little challenge for my body, and it just feels good. And the rest of the day, I'm not invigorated, but I can move steadily, and my body just knows it's been through something, and something happens where it makes me feel a lot better in a lot of ways. Especially I have some bad skin, which a lot of people that are extremely obese like me have some bad skin, and it really does help that too. And it's a wonderful way to start the day. I did that. I did some chores. I did some shopping. I did some things around the house that I want to do, and I didn't kill myself, but I just kept going from one task to the other. I did stop, watch a couple of videos on YouTube down here, like I do, but that's probably maybe 2 hours of the day, and it's about almost 6 p.m. And I just kept doing things throughout the day, slowly, and I feel very good. Today was a good day, and I only got a few hours left. In about 3 hours, I'll head to bed for work tomorrow. Got to get up early to get prepared for a little appointment for changing my name legally. I got married this year, as I said earlier, and I don't have family that I'm close with in any way, shape, or form, especially the ones associated with my current last name. My wife is very attached to her family's name, so I've changed my name to hers, and it'll be very, very official very soon. It's already official in a few places. So anyways, gotta get up early tomorrow for that, so about 3 hours, I'll be heading to bed. And during the 3 hours, I'll probably mostly distract myself, and my wife will be home shortly. I'll spend a little bit of time with her, and that is a good Sunday. And that's what I want more of. And so that's what I'm going to do more of. Hopefully. We'll see. And then someone will be watching episode 1 of this, and episode 2 of this, and episode 3 of this, and then episode 4 is in a week, and the next one's in 3 weeks, which is what happens. But I'm trying very hard to make this a priority in my life. And today wasn't quite as deep of thoughts, but it's easier not to have quite as deep of thoughts when you're happy with what you did that day. So let's keep having those. Anyways, thank you for listening, and year's coming. Doesn't seem like it because it's so soon into this, but a year's going to be here real quick.